Hello, good morning everyone. We are again doing the revision of Unit 8, and today we will be taking up just one topic, that is blogging. So let us go to the world of blogging and see the details of blogging. What is a blog and what is blogging? So let us find the definition of blogging. The word blog is short for web blog. Web means, of course, website or web page. It's an online version of a journal. Journal means like a newspaper or a weekly or even a kind of magazine. While it is possible to make blogs private, the general idea behind blogging is to share your thoughts with readers, also known as visitors to your blog. So it is possible to have a private blog, but the main aim of blogging is to publish your writing so that the public, the readers, here they are known as the visitors to your blog, so that they are able to read what you are publishing. That is the aim of blogging. If you are new to blogging, you may want to start with simple text entries. This might include a review of a book you just finished, commentary on the movie you saw last night, or a funny account of your 3-year-old sister's birthday party. So as a beginner, what you can do, that's what is explained here. So you will not have so many viewers or readers for your blog. Only the people you know or whom you are sending your blog address will be able to see what you are publishing. So you can start with something very simple, like a book review or a commentary on the movie you saw, or maybe any funny anecdote or instance that happened in your life. Because your blog may not have many readers yet, you may want to start by writing about things of interest to your friends and family. After all, other than people who stumble onto your blog by accident or through a search engine, the main visitors to your blog will be those to whom you have sent your blog address. So when you are starting a new blog, you write something that is interesting to your friends and your family or people who are close to you. Once you master the art of adding text content, you can play around with the buttons to discover how to add photographs, videos, music, and even links to other websites and blogs. Eventually, you may discover that your blog is an easy way to share photos of your friends, family, vacations, new puppy, birthday parties, and the like. It's much more affordable than printing and mailing photos or videos, and you can include written commentaries. So as you progress and you learn the techniques of blogging, you can progress gradually. From simple content, you can move around and add photos or videos and music and even links to other websites or blogs. So this is a kind of gradual process where you learn a lot of things, and that is the way to improve your blog writing. There are many options for creating your blog, and most are completely free. Now, how are you going to create your own blog site? So there are two ways of blog creating. One is free one, the other one is a paid one. If you are willing to have the name of the host in your link's address, for example, if you choose to create a blog on wordpress.com, your link would be http your blog wordpress.com. So when you want to have a free blog, then again you have to depend on a host, and when you are blogging through a host, their address will be appended to your address. So that is the disadvantage of having a free blog site. Some of the most popular hosts that offer free blogs include WordPress.com, Blogger.com, LiveJournal.com, MySpace.com. These are also sites that offer free blogging for those with similar interest, localities or professions. So here you have some examples of free blogs where you can use their address and you can do your blogging. So they are free blogging sites, so that you can blog or find people with similar interest or localities or even professions. Here are a few of the more popular group blogging sites that you might want to consider. So there are many blog sites. Some of the examples are given here, like blogger.com, Christian blog is actually blog.com, sportsblog, net.com, ning.com, etc. So these are some of the free groups or blog sites you can consider. So depending upon your interest, you can choose. Now you see the difference between free versus paid hosting. While most new bloggers are likely to practice using a free blog hosting service, other fee-based options are available. So as I told you, there are two options. One is paid one and the other one is free one. So you can choose either of the two. Let's see what are the advantages and the disadvantages of the two. First, you see the advantages of fee-based blog. That means you are paying. So here you have a simplified web address. That means you have your own web address without a tag. That means you don't use a host address here. Then you have storage space which is unlimited, and you have ad control, you get income from ads. Then you have portability, that is the ability to move the content to another hosting site, and also customization, how your blog site looks, its appearance. Then you are going to see some terminology or glossary related to blogging. Here are some of the more common blog related words and phrases you will hear. First word is or abbreviation is RSS, which stands for really simple syndication, and also rich site summary. And what is the meaning of RSS here? What is the function? An RSS allows blog visitors to receive alerts when a favorite blog is updated. So RSS is trying to update your favorite blog sites. Then the next word is podcast. Essentially, it is an online radio show. Here, the audio recordings can be listened to, or you can even download the recording or music to an MP3 player. Next word is Flickr. I think most of you are familiar. Those who are interested in photography and all that. It's a blog site for online photo storage site. Then you have got Ping. Ping means Packet Internet Grouper. It's a notification to a blogger that their blog is being referenced on another blog. That means if somebody else is using or referring to your blog, then you will be notified about that. Sometimes called a trackback, things are displayed in the comments section of a blog. That is a notification. Next word is a dashboard. It is a screen hosting a blog's controls and tools. So the screen with all their controls and all that, or even tools. Next word is Technorati. It is the leading blog search engine that indexes posts from around the blogosphere in real time. So this is a search engine, just like Google, where they will be cataloging or index all the blogs that are going around in the blog sphere or the world of the blogging. I think search engine, all of you know, it's a program like Google used to retrieve information from indexed documents, blogs, websites and networked systems. Next word is guest book. It's an online ledger in which visitors to your blog can indicate that they have stopped by. So just like when you go to a hotel or something, you write your name and information about you that you have visited there. So it is such a kind of facility in the blog site. Those who are visiting your blog site will just note that there. Next abbreviation is SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization and refers to the process of improving your search engine ranking. So search engine ranking means when you are searching for a particular topic, you will find so many pages there, 1, 2, 3 up to 20, 25 and all that. So only the best websites will come to the first page. So there is a kind of competition to come to the first page. So this SEO will help you to improve this ranking. Then page rank is a measurement of where a blog or website shows up in the search engines. So depending on the page ranking, you will be seen there. When somebody is searching for a topic, the first page, everybody wants to be on the first page. So that's a kind of ranking given to websites. Now the opportunity. Blogging means anyone with regular access to the internet can start a free blog and start getting their words out to the world. So it is very easy to start a blog. If you have a internet and a desire to do so, you can do that. Blogging gives like minds an opportunity to be connected with like minds around the world. So people with a similar interest like sports, music, movies, politics, religion, anything, you can find people to share your thoughts and your ideas. So that is the purpose of blogging. Then what is the challenge? The world of blogging is very fast and very competitive. So starters are challenged to write well and understand what makes them stand out in a crowd of bloggers writing on similar topics. If you wish to use a blog to become more visible, known and influential, then you need to treat blogging as you would any marketing tool. So this is a very huge world out there, and you are just one of them. So it is highly competitive because there are millions and millions of bloggers out there. So if you want to stand out and if you want to make a name for yourself, it is not going to be very easy. You have to really take it up as a challenge, and you have to compete with the best in the world. So it's almost like you do a kind of marketing, just like any other product. You need a lot of advertisement and all that. So same way you need to work in order to market your blog site. Long term goal. Blogging becomes a very important marketing and social networking tool. So while you blog and grow and improve, you can use it as a marketing technique or a networking tool. This is one of the best way of marketing and also networking. If you think of your writing career as a gradual upward trajectory, then a blog is an important part of ramping up your personal media platform. So if you think you are going to make a place for yourself in the field of writing, then definitely this is a very good platform for you, where you can really grow. A writer who makes a commitment to using the blog to broadcast his ideas, messages, and success in the long run will discover from personal experience how he can maximize his visibility and reach slowly and steadily over the course of a career. So, just like any other career, you learn from experience, and nobody else can substitute that. So, you learn your strategies, your tactics and techniques by doing it. Just you practice and you daily do your blogging, and then definitely it will help you to improve your standard of writing. Next question is what to post. The internet is a giant copy machine. So if you are posting material on the internet, it is no longer yours, it is ours. If you have this awareness, you won't make a decision that will disappoint you later. So you know that whatever is out there in the internet is no more private, it is public. It is not yours, it is ours. Anybody can share, anybody can copy. So that is the condition. So you don't expect any of your matter to remain there as yours. It is a public property. Now, formula to succeed in blogging. First of all, you have to offer discussion on a variety of topics which are contemporary, catchy, and written in great original style. So if you want to succeed, the first thing is that you need to have a variety of topics to discuss. It has to be contemporary, it has to be relevant to the time, it has to be catchy or very attractive, and it has to have your own style, not imitating somebody else's style. Consider your audience, their likes and dislikes, and the best ways to reach them. So always what you are doing is almost like selling a product. So unless the consumer or your customer is satisfied, your product will not be sold. So always concentrate on your audience or who are reading your blog, and if you don't please them, if you cannot attract them, you will be a failure. Make your blog as an ongoing dialogue with your audience and keep the conversation relevant and lively. So you can also give an opportunity to other people, your audience, to share their views and ideas. So it's almost like a kind of dialogue or discussion. Invite others into the spotlight and let them lead or join the conversation, because blogging is essentially a social tool and a networking tool. So here you are not alone. There is a community out there, people who are reading your blogging, those who are commenting, and definitely they will be engaged in a kind of discussion, and that is what you should encourage. Think of your blog as a water cooler and keep your audience coming back. So your blogging site should be a place where people like to come, where they find happiness, where they find relaxation and enjoyment. Only then your audience will come back to you, otherwise they will leave you and go. So I'll always try to keep the interest of your audience in mind, what really pleases them, what they are really interested in. So if you are able to give that, then you can definitely become a successful blogger. So with that, we come to the end of the topic, blogging. So until we meet again in the next class with the next topic, it is goodbye.